The Facts with Charlie and JR. And again, of course, I am JR, and my lovely co-host and daughter Charlie is over there on the other side. How you doing,
I'm
Charlie?
doing fabulous. How you doing?
I'm above ground, so it is all good. It
That's
is
right.
all good. Uh, I want to briefly acknowledge our alter egos because they're in the house.
That's
The
right.
Fly Guy and the Fly Girls. I am, of course, don't call it a comeback because I've been fly.
That's right.
That's right. And
Yeah, you know, stay fly.
yeah, got Fly Money over there on the right,
Oh, we got your money.
and out there, operating all the devices and holding things down is Kim, the other Fly Girl, aka this shit's Fly. What's up, Kim? See,
hey.
we got a live one this week.
Sure
Uh,
do.
We got Taylor
Let's bring
over
her
there
back
on the
next
knobs
week.
and faders. How you doing today, Taylor? Is she doing good? Okay. And so bring us in. How was your day today?
My day was actually really, really good. Son had a baseball game today, and he actually hit two. Okay, y'all, I've been watching my son play baseball forever, amen. But some of the things I still stumble on. So he had two triple RBIs,
Mm-hmm.
and then something else happened. But each time he hit, he did
He
really
had
good.
two
So-
triples, and both times somebody was on base, and he
they came
hit
on
them
in.
in. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yes, yeah. So
okay. See, I understood that.
there you go.
Hey, we don't be too far off.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, I
you know.
know. Yes. At least I didn't call it a strike or nothing like that. No. No, I'm not that. No.
Well,
Yeah, he had a good game today.
Well, good, and you are definitely the ultimate baseball mom.
Yes.
She be hitting the road with my grandson.
Yes, I be
That
on.
was on the last weekend. Y'all were in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
The week before that, you were in
Austin.
Austin.
And so you're looking pretty cool today, Dad. So is your AC straight? He
Well,
having home
boy,
home ownership woes.
home ownership issues. Yes, the AC was out, and I was sitting over there. I was cooking in my own juices. I'm telling you. I am telling you. You a chef. You understand what I'm saying?
I definitely understand.
You're a little salty too, probably.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. That was it. And for those who wouldn't know, my living room sofa is leather. So
Oh, you were sticking.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and the humidity got like 86,
You were
87
roasted duck.
in the house. Yeah, I was down on both sides. Trust me. Every time I got up, it was.
Oh, man.
So it was a interesting few days over the weekend. So yes, I'm definitely trying to get all the air I can, because
Right,
I
yes.
have been air deprived. I'm telling you.
Yes, it's
Understood.
So Charlie, tell us about our esteemed guest that's sitting here.
Yes. So Chef Rod, I caught him when he was headed out of town to cater an event. And so, but he graciously I didn't have to beg him at all. No. I always tease and say I have to beg and say, please. But he was like, you know what? I'm coming on and I want to talk to you guys. And I was just so ecstatic, that you said yes. And we love to have men on the show, as I was telling you before the show started, and that you're an entrepreneur, you're doing your own thing. So we're excited to have you.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So, Mr. Finch, Chef Rod,
Chef Rod.
what made you get started to be a cook? Kind of, what was that like? Was it growing up? Was grandma cooking? Or,
That was just growing up. Growing up single mother home. Little
Uh-huh.
brother, little sister. They gotta eat.
right?
My mother was sick when I was younger. She had a tumor on the back of her brain, so it's a lot of
Okay.
things that she could not do.
Right.
So everything became gourmet. Whether it was gourmet ramen noodles, gourmet
Right.
hot dogs, pizza rolls with cheese on them. That's
right.
where it started.
That's right.
Oh, do we need to bring his mic? Okay.
Okay.
Let me see.
Technical difficulty. We're just gonna bring the mic.
There we
down.
go. Is that better?
Is that better?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Okay.
All right.
Yes. And so, so mom was sick. So is mom okay?
Oh yeah, she's alive and well, kicking. Got the grandkids going. So
Okay.
she's all right. Hey mom.
Yeah. Hey, Ma. We're so glad to hear that she healed, and we know that with God He can do anything.
Anything.
So
Anything.
yes. I don't know, my brain just kind of went to left for a hot second, but I was scrolling, and there was a guy who had ran into a young gentleman who was an atheist. And, and he told the guy, he said, tell me one thing that, God would do for you. Just tell me one thing. And the guy's like, I don't believe in God. And he's like, well, no, tell me one thing that would make you believe in God. And he's kind of shared quickly that, his mom left him and his brothers when they were young. But he would believe in God if his mother would call him by the time he finished his prayer. So the man said he started praying, and he said, God, so he said it was a real, not a lot, it's just real short and sweet. Hey, God, we know that you're a giving God. We know you're a loving God. Please allow his mother to hear his prayer, to call him. Amen. Hung the phone up. His phone started ringing, and it was his mother. And, so he didn't want to answer. And the guy said, no, you said that if your mother called you, you was going to believe in God. Answer the phone. He said he answered. He's like, Mom, I'm busy. I'll call you back. And he hung up on her. He said he dropped to his knees and said, thank you, Jesus. Called his mother back and said, I'm calling you back because I tested God and you called me. And she goes, son, I found God 4 days ago. And so, so that, that brought the relationship together, so yes.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Yes. And if we would allow, spread a little love, like I've been saying in the post, I did, it spreads easy and goes with everything,
Yeah, it does.
So, and you'd be surprised how far a little bit will go.
Yes.
I'm going to break what we would normally do, but keep interviewing the chef. I'm going to go over here and grab something because we just have to have our banner up and we didn't put it up. So I'm going to take care of that while you keep interviewing.
Okay, well, look at that's fine. We'll keep doing it. We'll make it happen.
No,
so chef, you had to. So I'm definitely one of those kids that grew up cooking. Ramen, all the good stuff. Experimenting. I teach and say the special sauce I might have created, which was ketchup and mayonnaise. I just didn't have. I just didn't have the tools to put it out there. Thousand Island, right?
I think that's one of them black homemade sauces right there.
I know, right?
Did it.
Exactly. So, did you go to culinary school?
Yes, I did. I started off actually at St. Louis Job Corps. From Job Corps, they sent me to Forest Park. From Forest Park, it was Treasure Island.
Okay.
Ended up with my bachelor's in culinary science.
Excellent. Yes. All right. I love it. So, and food is definitely, to be able to put it together and try to figure out what flavors go and basically be bold and not be afraid to experiment in the kitchen.
Definitely.
So what is something that you've done that was like, oh, this is a bomb, like nobody should ever eat that? Have you ever had that before?
I definitely have.
Okay.
I definitely have.
When you're growing up, you experiment with a lot of things.
Right.
Shrimp and grits is nothing new to a lot of people who's used to Creole food.
Right.
But I'm a type of person, I like cheese in my grits.
Right.
So I've just learned over the years exactly what amount of cheese, what kind of cheese, how much seasoning to put in my grits. A lot of people don't like seasoned grits, but they haven't had mine.
Gotcha.
I can guarantee you that. I have made people who don't like grits grits.
Well, I want some grits.
Hey, I do too.
So there's he brought some with him. He's going to know. Yes, I love that.
So when you were cooking for your brothers and sisters at home, did you experiment a lot then?
Always. We done had bacon wrapped hot dogs, ramen noodles with fried ground beef in it, grilled chicken, cheese, hot sauce, soy sauce. I was an Asian at a young age. You couldn't tell me nothing about ramen noodles. I used to sell ramen noodles out of my house, $1 per bowl.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to offend anybody, but I make homemade egg rolls, and so it's a big thing when Ling Ling is in the house.
Oh yeah.
So I am, and I make all types. I do shrimp, chicken, vegetable. And like I said, I make them from scratch, and it's a big deal. Or I'll do buffalo chicken. I cheeseburger ones, whatever the request
you gotta
is.
Expand.
Yes. And so I have a whole line. I done taught the whole family and extended family how to do it, because people have tried them. They're like, where you guys get this from? Be like,
home.
Yeah, I made it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So you have another question, Dad?
I was just listening.
Okay.
In fact, when you were talking about the grits, I'm still kind of trying to recover from the grits.
Grits,
like,
I know.
Get out of there. I got grits on the brain now.
So then if somebody wants to try these grits, like, you know, I know you have, I don't want to call it a pop-up shop, but you kind of go around and you host events.
Yes.
And, you know, so do you go to different restaurants and they say, hey, he's here, come through? How does that work?
Yes, I'm a traveling chef. So what I do is they book me. We do events for the weekend. We do brunches, whatever your menu is. They fly me out. We go over the menu. We do consultations, and then we make sure this event runs the exact way that you want it to do.
Gotcha. I love it. So do you have any famous names that you could drop that you've served, or is
Dondria for one, Anthony Hamilton for the second one. More so recently, Tevin Campbell, Ninth Wonder, Big Daddy Kane. Those are my more so recent ones.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, obviously your food is very, very good to get that kind of attention, which makes me want to try them grits all the more.
And that was actually one of the dishes that they all wanted. So
right. And so, are there any notable restaurants that were up there that you worked at?
Most of I have my own restaurant in St. Louis. That'll be Cajun City STL.
Okay.
That'll be soon to be coming to Dallas, hopefully by October.
Oh yeah.
So that is definitely a plus. Barcode and Grill for sure. We used to have restaurant Shade Bar and Grill, Highway 367 barbecue. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Okay, good. I love it. So entrepreneurial spirit, we've talked about your passion, which is cooking, you know, but that entrepreneurial spirit is something a little bit different, something that has to grow on us. So what kind of got you in that direction? Because you could have I don't want to say just, but you could have just been a chef at a chain, you know, and not really explored creating your own dishes. So what does that look like? What brought that entrepreneurial spirit?
What brought that entrepreneurial spirit is that I've been traveling I want to say probably since about 2014, 15, with one of my clients. And he's a big entrepreneur in St. Louis.
Okay.
And just seeing how you can make an impression on everybody by setting your own clock, making your own money. There's no middleman besides Uncle Sam.
Right. Hello.
Besides Uncle Sam. And just being able to be in control of yourself.
Gotcha.
I always said that I wanted to be able to make my own rules, make my own laws, and everything else. So the entrepreneurial spirit came from wanting to be my own boss.
Gotcha. And how long have you been your own boss?
I've been my own boss 8 years now.
Wow, I love that.
Yes, thank you.
I like to say that being your own boss is not for the weak.
No, it's not at all.
And so
not for the faint of heart. No.
Not at all.
No, it is not. And that's why I love having entrepreneurs come on the show, because, you know, it's one thing to see you doing it, but what did it take for you to get there? And what does it take for you to maintain it? I've been self-employed full-time since 2000, you know, and so it's a long time, you know, and today I have my nieces and nephew, and I was at McDonald's getting a healthier meal. Let me tell the backstory of that. So this morning when I was like, we're hungry. So my niece asked for a banana. I said, yes, you can get one. Nariah wanted one. I said, CJ, you want a banana? And he was like, I was thinking something a little bit more healthier, auntie, like McDonald's. And so I was like, CJ, you want a banana?
The old McDonald's is healthier.
Exactly.
Hey.
So he went ahead.
Good for me.
Yeah, right. He went ahead and ate his banana, and I went to the gym and took them with me. We all worked out. So afterwards, they were like, are we going to get some McDonald's? I'm like, yes. We're going to get some McDonald's. So I broke down and got him some McDonald's. But in the drive-thru, he was like, Auntie, I need to ask you, what do you do for a living? You know? And I said, well, Auntie is, you know, in the mortgage industry. She helps people, you know, get houses. He goes, is that what you do? Yeah. Because, you know, whenever they're out on vacation, break, or mama got to work, somebody's sick, they, you know, between me and my mom, that's where they're at. So that's why I think that's why you asked the question. Like, you're always available. So, but it's something that's been nice that I've been able to do, where I can still work and still get things done for the family.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, I was thinking when you asked him about the entrepreneurial spirit, I was thinking about selling them ramen noodles for $1 at the house.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of where it started right there.
In today's world, especially after what we've been through within the last 5 years, it's really not a bad idea.
No,
right.
It
actually
really
may be something that will kick off, to be completely honest.
There are a lot of ramen noodle places opening up
all over
around the metro.
Ramen places.
Ramen places. Yes.
We talking top ramen, macaron.
Well, yes.
Exactly.
If it don't got the little packet in it, we don't want it.
I had some of them myself yesterday.
Hey,
Come to
there's
think of
nothing
it.
wrong with it.
Hey,
Exactly.
No.
I know exactly. They are lovely.
I have to admit, I've gotten a little lazy as of late. I used to, put the shallots and everything in my ramen noodles, and get them all fancy and nice looking. And lately, I've just been noodles, water.
Oh
You
wow.
know what? It's nothing wrong with being basic at all.
Yeah,
that's
Believe. I will bust open a pack of ramen noodles with the quickness.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody think you're a chef. You can do this. You can cook that. Yeah, but who really feels like it right now?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
It's going to take me 2 minutes to make this pack of noodles.
Exactly.
That's all it's going to take.
So, do you have a favorite cuisine that you like to prepare?
Asian. I love
Yeah,
Asian
me
cuisine. Of course, St. Louis is also known for one of the best places to get Chinese food.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you gotta have STL fried rice.
Okay, well, that's next. That's next thing I'm gonna get.
It's next thing you're gonna get. And I'm actually start selling that in 2 weeks.
Okay, well, I'll get the first.
All right, there
Okay.
you go.
In fact,
got the first order.
going to St. Louis and then hanging around Chase was the first time I had put red pepper on my Chinese food, because in St. Louis that's big, So
Red
that,
pepper, sweet and sour sauce.
yeah,
And the rice has to be dark. It has to be dark. If it's not dark, we're not going to eat it.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
You will not find no yellow rice unless you go on to Panda Express. You will not find yellow rice in St. Louis.
And you know what? I got this food rating thing, and Panda Express actually they said had an F. Now I have not fact checked, but they said that Panda Express had an F rating. Was one of the restaurants that had an F rating when it comes to the quality of
Asian food.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's because it's more processed than anything.
Correct. And that's what they were saying.
Panda Express has a great menu.
Correct.
When you're actually cooking it authentically, when you're cooking it fresh.
Right.
But just to have it sitting over heat, you're definitely going to lose the quality and the taste for what it actually is supposed to taste like.
Correct.
So yeah.
And I'm not trying to call you out. There was a whole bunch of them on there.
But,
Jack and the crack.
That's personal.
It's personal right now. Yeah. Jack did me wrong yesterday.
He did you wrong yesterday?
Yeah, he did.
I was thinking about that commercial where the dude's wrestling with his food. That's what you was doing?
Yeah, that's what was happening.
Time to go.
It was turbo.
So Asian is the favorite food you like to prepare. Is that the favorite food you like to eat as well?
Oh no, I'm like I said, I'm basic. Okay. I'm saying the favorite food that I like to eat, and this y'all probably would laugh with it. I like fried chicken and smothered potatoes.
There you go.
Yeah,
basic. Now, do you have my fried chicken is the best fried chicken in the world kind of fried chicken?
I actually do have that kind of title. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So
everybody says it, and everybody's self-entitled when it comes to it. But I probably have a whole half a city that'll just tell you
that
if you've been to Seven Kitchen and Cocktails in Arlington, I have the best chicken. So
okay, all right. Well, I want some chicken. I'm gonna say by my baby said I want some chicken. I want some,
what did you eat at Seven Kitchen and Cocktails?
It was catfish. It's catfish and fries. It was good too. It was good. Yeah, we had catfish.
Definitely gonna have the best fried catfish. Yes.
Yeah. And then what else? I want the STO chicken fried rice. I guess it's the fried rice.
The STO chicken fried rice.
Yeah. I want that.
And what is grits? STO chicken fried rice?
You know what it is? It's just St. Louis style.
Oh, St. Louis style.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
With chicken in it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I still want the grits.
He's stuck on it. I'm going to make that happen for you.
Yeah. I want the grits. Well, see, I'm a vegetarian, so there's a lot of stuff that on the menu that I don't eat.
Mm-hmm.
But them grits, they sound good.
But if you've been on my website, I also have an excellent vegetarian menu on there.
Yes, you do, and I did look.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I saw the pastas and I saw all that, and yeah.
So, what is the website for the audience?
My website is rajotastings.com. That's RAJOTASTINGS.com.
Okay.
Yes.
And that is when I was looking, it was primarily, I guess, like dish size orders that you're doing.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But I also have a section on there as well where you could actually book me as your private chef for the night too. And now what I call that is this called the Rajo experience. So what I do is I come in, we find the area, we find the location, we get that all set up, decorated, and I cook right in front of you.
Oh, like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was just imagining the whole ambiance. I actually had a chef come in and cook once and
Mhm.
did that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was actually remembering back as you were saying it.
Right.
It's nice to just kind of walk in and
everything is there prepared
be
for
a
you.
big Willie, put my feet up and have somebody.
Right.
It's an excellent, stunning moment. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I know that'd be your next date night, Dad.
Yeah, whenever that is.
All right, ladies. So Dad, you might don't choke yourself over there. So then, have you had someone be a private chef for you? I mean, what about who cooks for you? Like, whose food is edible for you? You know, I think it's when you know what seasonings taste like and you know how things should be prepared. You know, it's kind of hard to sit down and be like, okay, I'm just gonna relax. I'm just gonna eat.
Well, most of the time I've been cooking every day for the last 8 years.
So nobody's cooked for you?
I cooked. I probably a couple of years ago for my birthday. You know, somebody took me on a date. Yeah, no, they took me on a date on top of the roof. They had probably one of my favorite chefs out of St. Louis.
Okay, gotcha.
Cook for me. So that was a great experience to have somebody cook for me.
Yes,
so that was definitely different.
And are you that person when you're sitting, you're like, okay, I taste the fresh garlic.
No, I'm not.
You're not? Okay.
I'm not. People say like, are you? I'm not going to cook for you. You're going to judge me. No, I ain't. I'm hungry just like you.
Okay. And if it tastes good,
it tastes good. I'm gonna eat it. If it ain't, I'm gonna grit it and I'm gonna shut my mouth until it's over.
I know, right? I saw this video of this lady. It was a comedian making fun of her, but you know, she was very fair and she was making some egg salad. So she had diced the eggs up and she was putting the mayonnaise in it. And she was like, and for y'all seasoning police, I'm going to show you the ingredients of the mayonnaise. It has salt in it. It has, salt, little lemon juice, and the ingredients of the mayonnaise.
Vinegar.
Yeah, vinegar. And so she goes, this is all you need. And then she opened up a bag of garlic and she just put like a pinch in there. And the comedian was like, why she even open the bag? So like all she put in it was mayonnaise and a pinch, like a 90 piece of garlic powder. And she was like, oh, and this is so good. And it's seasoned. And it's just like, so yeah.
I'm the type of person, if I'm not going to eat it myself, I'm not going to give it to you. So,
right.
And there's no way I'm going to put a pinch of anything in anything and say it.
I know, and say it's good and rely on the seasoning to come from the mayonnaise.
Right.
Yeah, that was funny. So now I know you as far as your goals, we got a restaurant coming.
Yes.
Have you found a spot?
Yes, we are. We're actually going to be located in Arlington.
Okay, good. Yes. And I mean, I know that I definitely am a foodie. I love kind of going around and trying out different spots. Matter of fact, I don't know where I was. Oh God, I was in Dallas. I saw a Roanoke soul food restaurant.
I seen that.
Okay, yeah. And I was like, oh wow. I was like, I never even heard of it before. So what are you doing to pre-market your space? I mean, this is a good place, right? Speaking the facts, you're here, tell us about it. But what is the marketing to, make sure people know that you're coming and you get the support that you need?
So my marketing is basically social media built.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to section off Arlington because everybody on Facebook, they have their location where they're at. A lot of people, there's a lot of seafood places around it. A lot of people like the seafood places around it, but if you haven't been to St. Louis, you haven't had Cajun City.
Gotcha.
I'm big on taste. I'm big on flavor profile.
Okay.
So if you can't really enjoy the food, it just being spicy doesn't count. That's not Cajun.
Right. Yeah.
It's a flavor blend.
Gotcha.
So that's basically how I'm going to do it. A lot of people around Arlington, Mansfield, Grand Prairie, they know me from Seven Kitchen and Cocktails. They've had the food.
Right.
They know what I have to offer for the table. So I already have a crowd that's going to follow me.
Gotcha.
What I want to do is I want to bring in another plethora of people. So that's going to be my main focus. Is going to be social media built. A lot of people don't watch TV nowadays. They're streaming.
I know. I'm one of them that I don't.
Yeah, they're streaming.
Yeah.
They're streaming. There's social media built.
That's
so why are we focusing on TV when we could actually focus on being direct and go straight social?
Gotcha. Yes.
And nowadays you can't even watch a video without a commercial being in between one of the videos.
Something's popping up. Yeah.
So that's going to be my main focus.
And so how many jobs does that come with? I know you're not going to be in there by yourself.
I don't know. It's definitely going to open up about 20 jobs.
That is excellent.
Yes.
So how would somebody reach out to you to let them know their capabilities and skills to...
I'm going to put it out there soon, but my email is chefrodstl@gmail.com. if you want to have a job, if you want to come in and work, if you just want to open the door and wash a window, hit me up, because it's not just about me. It's about creating opportunities for other people as well.
Right.
You have not reached your potential until you're able to create opportunities for other people.
That's right.
And that is my goal.
So I could be the hostess.
Look, man, come on through.
Okay. I got a job. I got one more job to add.
Well, I can come in and I can open the door and wipe that window.
What about music? Are you going to have a space? Because a lot of people love to have music when they eat. So are you going to have a space for a live band?
Most definitely. I'm a musician before I am anything.
Oh, see, look at this. We just put a discovery.
So live bands is definitely going to be in play. A live DJ is definitely going to be in play.
I love
and
that.
I have the bands lined up already. I have 2 DJs that they're going to go with me anyway. Right? We built a relationship over the last couple of years.
Right.
So if it's going to be the relationship that I built, that's what I'm going to stick to.
Love it. So who's your favorite band?
Here in Dallas? Uh-huh. Oh man.
Or bands?
Tim and Company for sure. Intense.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another band. For Your Soul is another good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eve is amazing. You have to see Eve.
Yeah, I've seen Eve. She is excellent. I've seen her several times, but here recently I saw her at Thibodeau's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, most definitely. Mm-hmm. And then like I said, Tim and Company, you have Miss J Bennett that sings with them. She's amazing as well. Intense. Man, they're amazing all the way around.
I love it.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Soulful Sounds. I cannot forget Soulful Sounds.
We love them too. Yes. Soulful Sounds is awesome. So Kim, she's going to serve in our producer. She has booked bands for several places. Mm-hmm. That's kind of her expertise. So
okay.
Maybe if you need someone, I know you have bands, but if you need, she's done
most
that.
Most definitely, the more the merrier.
Yes,
the more the merrier.
I love it. So now, do you play any instruments?
Yes, I'm a keyboardist.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a keyboardist. I also play drums. I play bass guitar. My main instrument is keys. I'm an artist as well. I rap. I sing.
I love it.
I write my own music. I produce my own music.
Love it. Yes. I love this. Excellent. Well, Dad plays the guitar, the drums.
Well, I took. I have written songs on guitar.
Okay.
And I took a classical guitar class. But as far as calling myself a guitarist,
okay.
I have actually played drums and sang lead.
Okay.
So I'm much better percussionist. Mm-hmm. But grew up playing the viola.
Okay.
Been around.
That was my first instrument.
Oh yeah.
The viola was my first instrument I learned to read on.
Too.
Oh, okay. Yes. So you reading the treble clef and bass clef then?
Yes.
See. It's a talented man.
Alto clef. When you learn how to read all 3 clefs, it's no limit.
Yeah, yeah. I've never read alto. I've only read treble and bass clef. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never read an alto.
Well, if you played the viola, you played the alto clef. Well, you had to read.
Well, yeah. So, but it's been a long time since I held a viola.
It's like riding a bike. Only thing you open up a book, I promise you, it's gonna come right back to you. You may confuse your D and your G real fast, but you give it 2 days, you're gonna be right back at it. Believe me.
What she did that I was remembering when I first started playing. It's like my sister, even the dog would be over in the corner like.
I used to play. It was like, and that's sad that's not in many schools anymore.
Yeah.
And. But I enjoy playing. I couldn't tell you what a clef is. No clef. Obviously, I didn't play very long. Mm-hmm. But I did enjoy that portion of school and the choir.
Oh,
but
that's always fun.
Yeah.
But reading the music didn't stick with me.
Oh yeah. Well, and actually, I used letter associate or word association to learn the staff. Like every
good boy does fine.
Good boys
do good always.
Yep.
They talk their own language.
Yes, sir.
So but once you do that, reading, it really comes down to the clef time signature, and the circle of fifths, flats, and sharps, that kind of stuff. But once you get those lines, what they are.
It comes easy, and then it's just like riding a bike. It's just like reading a book. If you're reading every day, if you don't read every day, when it's time to read, you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. It could be. Today was a good. It's the difference between today was a good day and today was a good day. Yeah, it's a difference.
It is. And like anything, like I said, the more you do it, the easier it comes.
Yep.
But yeah, I would like to hear some of your music sometime, and I
Most
definitely want to
definitely.
taste your
Dad
food.
has
So
a
I gotta-
studio. He has
you
a
know,
studio.
well, right now it's
I
in
know
pieces.
he's
Mine
putting it
too. I
together.
actually just bought most of the studio, not the whole studio, most of the studio down here though. So,
Oh yeah,
oh
yeah, yeah. Mine is because I just moved, so mine is literally in.
What do you record on?
I record on. What do I record on? Presonus. What is it?
Studio One.
Studio One. There you go.
Studio One. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. So I have.
Very familiar.
Yeah. So I have Studio One artists. Yeah.
Okay.
And I like Studio One. It's pretty. It's not as labor intensive as like as
Pro Tools and Cubase.
See, this is all hieroglyphics for me. I'm like, what it is, a Pro Tool, what? Yeah, I have no clue.
Right, go on, get out of here. Go back. No.
I just slide on over. I just slide on over.
But if you all want to check out my music, it's also on YouTube up under Rajo Music, and it's
Okay.
all my music all over the platforms, whether it be YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, SoundCloud. It's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
Yes.
I love
Okay.
it. So then, music and food; those are definitely two number ones for many people.
Yes.
If someone wants to, I think it's probably easier to start cooking than it is to get into music later
Mhm.
in life. But if someone's maybe thinking about how do they get started, do you suggest going to culinary school? Like, kind of if someone wanted to become a chef, what direction would you give them?
Start.
Just start. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people we get scared. We scare ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We think that we have to go to school for all these years. I went to school and I actually, if I knew then what I knew now, I just would have kept cooking and kept cooking and kept cooking, because just being a cook has brought me a lot further than just says I have these accolades.
Gotcha.
These accolades are nice to have and they're good for certain jobs, but in the field of being an entrepreneur,
It's not really.
it's not really. No.
Gotcha.
And I would say even I wouldn't say someone my age maybe to try to go out and be a pop star. You know
You're
what I'm
so
saying?
young. You're a young whippersnapper, I thought.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm the oldest young whippersnapper.
Hey, what the movie say? You're only as old as you feel.
That's
That's
right.
right.
There you go. I tell them all the time I'm going to be late for my funeral.
That's
But
right.
but I mean, there's a book that I read a long time ago that called Everyone Can Sing.
Mhm.
Now, of course, not everyone can sing for money, but
Mhm.
everyone can sing to please themselves.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that even just having a song that you can sing to make yourself feel better, to make yourself happy, to give yourself to lift up your own day,
Yeah.
Right.
is, and I think that's one of the things that music gives us, that we don't have to. You don't even have to have an instrument. You don't have to have a case.
Right.
You just have to have a song in your heart.
It gives you a voice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so even with music, you'd be surprised how far it will take you if you just, like you said, start.
Gotcha.
Most definitely.
Very quickly, I want to tell everyone what's in these glasses on the table.
I've been sipping.
Yeah, and I have it on behind you. We are sipping on the Winemaker's Selection Cabernet Sauvignon,
Yes.
and it is a fruity 2018 vintage.
Yes. It's very good. I love it. Love it.
I think he's sipping with his pinky up.
I
just
know,
a
right.
tad
See,
bit.
that's
He
right.
a little
That's
fancy. He a
right.
little,
That's
right.
little fancy.
Yeah.
Right. And Taylor over there on the Knobs and Faders, she's having she is having the Chateau Saint Michelle Sweet Riesling.
I think
Yeah.
I cook with that.
You cook
Oh,
with that?
cook
okay.
with that,
So,
yeah.
Okay,
Chef
so-
said you cook with this.
yes.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at any
What would you
secrets.
cook with
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Alfredo. I will cook any pasta with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Taylor, when you got to get his number there, because he likes to cook with Riesling. So you got to. I know. I seriously, I want to, because there's a lot of limitations on what I eat being a vegetarian, of course, but there's a wide open
There's
world
a
out
wide
there
open
for
world
people,
for it.
Right.
for people who will take the time to prepare vegetarian meals.
Most
Right.
definitely.
And I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been at those holiday gatherings where I had to leave and go to Burger King.
And so I
Get you
didn't
an
think
impossible
about
burger.
that.
Impossible burger.
An impossible
Yeah,
burger.
So one thing that you said about just starting, like if you want to become a chef, you just need to start. So if an individual wants to talk to you, do you mentor people? I mean, do you allow somebody to come in and say, hey, you can stand here and watch me, and pay, I don't know, X amount of dollars to spend a day with me and watch me make these meals? Of course, I think about, what's his name? The chef that's on TV that, I don't know why I'm drawing him. He just had a bicycle accident. His whole side is Taurus.
Ramsey.
Oh, you know
Ramsey.
Gordon
Yes,
Ramsay.
yeah,
Gordon Ramsay.
Why did I just completely space his name? I have no clue. But do you offer?
I definitely do. I have a lot of people, not so much here in Dallas just yet. I think I've only had one person inquire about it here, having their son just tell me when I do my catering events.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always willing to reach out. I actually want to start my nonprofit
Mm-hmm.
and youth culinary. It's going to be called Youth Culinarians.
Okay.
And it's just going to teach kids, how to make basic meals, how to take care of themselves.
Right.
A lot of the things, like even in school, when we were growing up, we had home ec classes.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
They don't have that now.
Carrying babies and cooking.
We had shop with a lot of things.
Yeah, it was a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot
to
of
teach
things.
us life skills.
Yeah.
We don't have that a lot, and then especially within the Black community, it's like it's a forgotten art. Every now and then somebody learn how to cook, but when you have kids raising kids or mom and dad aren't always in the picture, you need somebody who's going to be able to hold them up, hold them responsible, teach them this, teach them that, show them how to cook this, show them how to fold their clothes, wash their clothes, wash themselves properly, teaching them job skills to where they actually can go in and do an interview. I've seen people come into interviews and it looks like you just want to be on the street. What happened to the look, to be just a tad bit dapper, to let them know that you're serious about what it is that you're doing.
Another saying, my grandmother used to say, they look like Dagwood, and I often wonder, that's one for the book.
yeah, we got to write that one down. But
like
that's one of the things that our nonprofit teaches young people. How to interview
and share the name of the nonprofit
for a job, or as Future Leaders Outreach Network.
Okay,
and we teach life skills workshops, schools, community centers, and stuff. But yeah, it's one of the things that we definitely teach is how to interview. Just how to dress appropriately. Don't go in there looking like you slept in your clothes.
Yeah,
and how to.
There's nothing wrong with using an iron.
nothing.
An iron's so cliche. What do you mean? No, I know, but that's true though. Just presentation is everything. Perception, is the reality. So
it is.
You come in not put together, they're going to think that your work would
probably you don't even have the job and you haven't even interviewed yet.
Yeah, it's true. And and so I definitely think that's true. I mean, home training goes a long way, and maybe so there probably definitely needs to be that in place. Just teaching, like you said, teaching the kids just some of the basic things,
definitely,
so they can get it together.
Well, each unfortunately, as technology and media presence has grown over the past 50 years, I can say that being, having a few years on me. She's being nice this show. Usually she's called me old 2 or 3 times by now. That's okay. That's all right though.
It's all right.
That's all right though. But I mean, just like when I was a very young boy, our mother made us come in the kitchen and stand there and watch her cook. And she made me learn how to thread needles and do all that stuff and sew buttons on shirts and her favorite thing was, you're not going to be dependent on no woman to take care of you. Go, but
that was definitely my mother and grandmother's thing.
But as television and media and all these things have, things to distract us have gotten more accessible and more prevalent.
Yes.
The things like passing down those things that are
life skills,
those things that are arts, those things that kind of even made us as Black and brown people what we are. That was one of the things that I still in the Hispanic culture the girls still learn how to cook more than now in our culture, and that's unfortunate because we used to be in the kitchen burning
all the time.
Why not? It warms my heart when my girls call me and be like, "Ma, how you make this?" I'm like, "Oh, yes," because I love that they they cook,
Yeah, and they know that you know how to cook.
Yes,
so,
definitely.
So, do you remember the first thing you cooked, Charlie?
I do. I remember making a hot dog and cutting it up and, just trying to, and put the ketchup and the mayonnaise. That was like my first, most kids probably most thing is, and I think from that I moved to a grilled cheese. And I remember us, and the grilled cheese was the bomb because we had the government blocks of cheese.
Right.
And,
because you go out the chains off.
I bet you ain't never had a grilled cheese like this since then.
No, I have not. And then, and I remember, just experimenting with the powdered milk because I hate how it tasted, So I was adding sugar to it. I was adding vanilla to it. I was just doing all these things to make it taste right for the cereal. You
Right,
know?
right.
You know, lots of experimentation. I think about one of the trips. So my brother experiments in the kitchen too.
Yes, he
and
does.
So if he's watching, he'd be like, "Oh my God, is she gonna tell this story?" Yeah, I'm gonna tell this story. We went to go see my grandmother before she passed away, and we had went out, and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna make breakfast," and so he cooked some eggs, but he had put rosemary on top and in the eggs, and so
Said, oh.
yeah. And so it was funny because I was like, I'm not eating no eggs, you know, and I still don't eat eggs now. You know, I don't know. I just can't get past them. But the kids were like, there's green, you know, because he plated everybody up. They're like, there's green stuff in the eggs. That grass, you know, we all. It was.
That's an interesting flavor.
Yeah.
Especially when you use it abundantly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It would be one thing if you sprinkled a few pieces on top as garnish.
Yeah, garnish. Yeah.
You know, but no, he has never lived that down, as you as evidence.
Hey, I'm a flavor person. So I'm trying to picture it in my head right now.
Yeah. No, and all that's on your face is distress.
So look at, not to, you know, I don't know why my brain goes all over the place, but 600-pound life, you know, as a chef, you know. So I always say that food is one of the things that is one of my opinion is the worst addiction, because you truly cannot live without it. Like, you know, I know drugs is a bad thing, but food is, if that's an addiction, it's the worst, because you absolutely have to have it to survive. So as a chef, you know, obviously your job is to, you know, make someone's mouth come alive, make sure they enjoy it, make sure that it's satisfying. But, you know, on the flip side, are you doing things to, you know, is there a low calorie menu, or, you know, okay.
And it's all in the process of how you prepare your food. We forget that a lot of greases, a lot of sugars, they have preservatives in them. And truth be told, besides just glutton, some people just eat entirely too much.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things that we cook with is what's actually storing the fat within our bodies as well. Just like when you get into like high glucose sugar, people just think about that when it comes to things like diabetes and things like that. But you're not thinking about that it's an unknown substance in your body. Your body does not know how to treat an unknown substance, a natural substance. Your body does not know how to treat it, so it stores it. And it does nothing but become extra fat cells that you really can't lose because you're always ingesting it.
Right.
And then when your body can't figure out what to do with it and can't digest it, that's how you end up with a lot of cancers as well.
Gotcha.
So I always try to cook like things we were talking about earlier, like with olive oil, natural vegetable oils, anything canola. Canola is really not a good oil.
Okay.
You should actually use more so like corn oils and things like
corn
that.
Oil over
something that's
oil.
from natural.
Okay. So yeah, I did not know that. I'm guilty of grabbing the canola oil. So corn, I'm learning, y'all. So corn oil is better. Okay.
Yes,
and obviously olive oil.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Coconut.
I cook.
Coconut oil is actually a very good one unless you have somebody with a nut allergy.
Gotcha.
Same thing with peanut oil.
Well,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'm allergic to coconut. So, but I cook everything in olive oil.
Are you allergic to coconut or are you allergic? Because me, I say I'm allergic to coconut, but that's just because I don't like coconut.
No, I'm
So you have those allergies.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No, I am ice well shut.
Oh, okay.
Allergic.
You're allergic to coconut. Okay,
to
I
coconut,
get you.
yes. So, but I do everything in olive oil. How are we doing on time, Taylor?
10:50.
So,
okay.
What do we have? 3 minutes, 4 minutes?
Like 8.5. So high fructose corn syrup.
Yes.
Okay. And I know that's, and obviously so does Dad. We've talked about that a lot.
Yes,
you know,
yes. I
he reads his labels because that's something he won't.
I don't. Well, first of all, I know what you were talking about. How not only how bad that artificial sweeteners can be, but just eating too much sugar in general. Your pancreas does not know. It gets fooled after a while.
Yes.
And it says, well, if all this glucose is already there, then what am I doing? And it just kind of
dies off.
It dies off.
It kills itself.
It kills itself. Yeah. So
I hope y'all getting this. This is some good information.
And sugar is really horrible for the arteries. It weakens your arteries where they tend to collapse more if you're eating too much sugar as well.
Can I add to that for a second?
Yes, you can.
Because it does that, but it does it within moderation. Now, a lot of people say that you use the artificial sugar so it doesn't either spike or it doesn't make your blood slow its stream. But truth be told, it's better to eat regular sugar in moderation. Regular sugar in moderation because your body knows how to break down a cane.
Yes.
Your body does not know how to break down aspartame
or
all that stuff gives,
and all this
that
stuff.
stuff gives me a headache. I have to
like
have
that.
real sugar with everything. Yeah.
So a lot of people think I'm on a diet. I'm going to drink a diet soda. This is going to help. It's not going to spike your blood. You know what? You're right. It's not going to spike your blood sugar, but you know what it is going to do? It's going to put you in the hospital because your body doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It stores
this
up
is good
in a
information,
ball.
y'all.
Yeah. So if I, in fact, I have turbinado sugar at home that if I'm going to use sugar, and it is cane sugar. They just throw it in a turbine and spin it, and it turns into crystals. And it's not bleached. That's the other thing is that when you bleach, you were talking about when you bleach anything, you're bleaching the minerals right out of it. You're
takes it all out of it.
Anything that's good for you, you're bleaching it right out of it.
A lot of the things that's good for you, if you cook it, period, it becomes not good for you. Vegetables are very good for you until you boil it all the way down and throw some salt and butter on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any other way? No.
It's not really. But if you want to be healthy, it's not only about moderation. It's about what you are ingesting altogether.
Well, see, you and I had this conversation.
We try to do the whole portion control thing. We try to do the whole, I'm going to eat healthy, so I'm going to just not do this. But how about how you're preparing it? Right. How you're storing it. How you're storing it is a big major factor as well.
Air is the natural enemy of food.
Yes, and it kills it.
Yeah, it kills it.
It kills it.
You know,
air is the natural enemy.
Not only
so don't talk when you eat. I'm sorry.
Because even the olive oil I use, like I was telling you, I made sure that it is in a green bottle or brown bottle or a can.
And it has to be virgin.
It has to be virgin.
Because we have a lot of people that make olive oil. But it's not virgin. It's not fresh. It's a mechanic made.
Right.
So it has to be virgin olive oil. Gotcha.
Yeah. So and she's taking all the notes down. So she's.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
But yeah, no, we could. In fact, I would love to get you back in here just to reinforce what you're saying to people because it's one of my big pet peeves is I know that the God blessed me to be turned on to some information that has allowed me to be healthy in my later years.
Right.
And I am graciously appreciative that I was turned on to that information.
Most definitely.
But it is nice to hear someone, a chef like yourself,
break it down.
Break that down because it's
there
like a lot of doctors don't give you really healthy information because it's a business and they want to keep you coming back.
Doctors are not meant to heal you. Doctors are meant to heal the
symptom, but
not the source.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I have last question, and this is, I always have my little humor. So obviously, the chef's job is to see somebody eat their food.
Yes.
So are you okay with people who smack? So to smack or not to smack? I mean,
that's a compliment to me.
If they're smacking,
one of my biggest things, and I tell people this all the time. I didn't get in this culinary world just to have people just eat my food, but it's something about the silence of a room when people are eating that is just it's heartfelt.
Okay.
I got that from my Aunt Stephanie. We call her TT.
Hey,
one of her biggest things was that she loved to see us eat, and the fact that we were quiet, we were eating, it makes her feel some kind of way. And I actually coming forth, it makes me feel the same way now. It was a difference in between when you go into 7 Kitchen and Cocktails and people are eating versus being loud. The only thing that you can hear is the band because everybody else is eating. That is an ultimate feeling for me. I love it.
Okay, I love that.
So what about the old joke about people asking for ketchup? Is that?
That's another subject. That's another subject because I'm a firm believer, especially when it comes to steaks.
Yeah,
I feel if you ask me for some A1, I didn't do my job.
Okay.
Because I brag on my steaks. I say I make the best steaks in the world.
Okay.
So
flavor wise, and the very moment I see some Heinz or some A1 go on that steak, I'm mad because now you're taking away the flavor that I done spent all this time preparing for you.
Yeah. See, because of course, back in the day, it was you asked for ketchup for my steak,
And then what about? So then, I guess I lied. I have another question. So is steak cooked raw? I say if it's bleeding, it's raw. But I mean, like.
So I have 2 answers for that. I'm going to give you the answer on a flavor profile. I don't believe any steak should be cooked well done.
Okay.
Medium at the least.
Okay.
At the least, because when you cook it all the way done, you're taking a lot of flavor out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take it, you're just eating
you
some
eat
well
raw.
seasoned meat. That's it's not raw though. It's really not raw.
Okay.
So with it being pink in the middle, it's a protein.
Uh-huh.
It's not even, that's not even blood that you're seeing. It's a protein
Okay.
that your body secretes when it's cooked.
Okay.
Like you looking like, I don't know about that one, but it is what it is.
Okay, but we're learning. It's a protein, y'all.
It's a protein.
Okay.
But also on the other hand, I say that your body has a hard time processing well done meat as well.
Okay, because all the protein.
Because everything is cooking out of, so all the properties that help break down the food,
Mm-hmm.
you've taken them out of it.
Okay. All right, I'm learning, y'all.
We're gonna have to get out of here. It's yes, we have to get out of here.
Uh-huh. We have
Chef Rod,
fun.
thank you for coming in and sharing with us, brother. And like I said, just a chef that will be honest about health. That's just treat me right there. I've got to try your food now. But really quickly, tell them how to get in touch with you one more time.
You all can get a hold of me on my website is rajotastings.com. Again, that's rajotastings.com. You can find me on Facebook. Rajo Tastings is RAJOTASTINGS.com. You can find me on Facebook under Roderick Finch, or you can find my Facebook business page up under Rajo Tastings LLC. That's also on Facebook.
Yes.
Yes.
Love
And
it.
I've got to get with you and try the food. On behalf of Kim and Taylor over here and everybody else, we had fun. Charlie, would you want to go ahead and take us out?
I'll take us out. So you got to love yourself so you can love somebody else, and do not forget to kiss wealth now.
We forgot to. Don't forget to kiss wealth now. All of your commercial and residential real estate needs. We're gonna get that table in a minute, so we can't forget. Y'all, see y'all next time.
Bye.
Hey, this is Charlie.
This is JR.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, a chef that will be honest about.
Charlie and JR, broadcasting live each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. from Fishbowl Studios.
Log on to hear us speaking the facts on current events, family, and finances.
So be sure to log on each week on Wednesday at 7 p.m.